Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today's foodie adventure is a real experiment. I just took a bunch of ingredients that I have in my pantry and my refrigerator and tried to make something out of them because it's quarantine and who needs to be running to the store unnecessarily. So what I came up with is an Asian pasta. It was interesting and I doubted it in the beginning, but I am a believer now. Our sauce developed so many layers of flavor. Guys, you don't even know. Ready for this? You get the soy and the sesame, and that cilantro has a nice back note. And then you get that little kiss of sweet from the brown sugar. Seriously, so many different layers of flavor that we developed in a quick 30-minute meal. Who knew? Asian pasta. Guys, this was a super fun experiment. It paid off big time. Go ahead, keep on watching, make it at home. Hey y'all. So today's an experiment, like a real experiment. It's still quarantine. I don't want to have to be out of the grocery store unnecessarily, and I really wanted to use what I had left in my pantry, so that's what I'm doing. I've just gathered up a bunch of ingredients that I have in my pantry, and I'm going to try to make some kind of pasta dish. It's going to be Asian flavored, which I know and doesn't sound like it goes together, but we're going to try. Show you guys what we got. I just kind of grabbed things that were Asian inspired, Asian flavored, and I'm going to make a sauce to go with these awesome chickpea noodles that I have. So we've got sesame, oil, seed, teriyaki, soy sauce, cilantro, ginger, garlic. So let's try to make a sauce and then some Asian pasta. Okay guys, so we're going to start by getting a refreshing beverage. I used to be a really big soda drinker. I had 7 sodas one day. It was crazy. But I quit completely for a year and a half. But I recently have switched to 0 sodas, and this cherry vanilla, guys, whew, it is delicious. I know there's a bunch of things out there saying that diet soda is worse for you than regular soda. I call bullcrap on that. Until I see some hard scientific studies done, I'm gonna keep drinking the diet soda. Keeps me from the regular soda, which is way worse. The amount of sugar. Can't get on a tangent, guys. We gotta get our sauce going. I've got a medium sauce pot heating up, and I'm gonna start by just sweating down my ginger. I don't have measurements yet, guys, because this is an experiment. But I'm not gonna leave you hanging. I promise. Okay, so I was actually able to squeeze out a tablespoon from my tube. So you're gonna want a tablespoon of fresh ginger. I just use the stir-in paste, guys. I use a lot of the stir-in paste. I have cilantro next. The stir-in pastes are awesome. They keep way better in the refrigerator, so I recommend. But if you do have the option of having fresh on hand and it's not gonna go bad in your refrigerator, use that. So I've got the tablespoon of ginger in there, and I'm just going to do a half tablespoon of cilantro. I know it's not, I guess, a typical Asian ingredient, or maybe it is. I don't know, but I really like it in a lot of different cuisine areas. It's good in Spanish, it's good in Mexican, and then I really like it in Asian sauces too. I put it in my stir-fry sauce, so we're gonna use cilantro. Cleaning out the pantry, gotta use what we got. Okay, and then I'm gonna salt and pepper this base. I'm gonna use a little sesame oil to kind of deglaze, I guess. I am the kind of person that loves sesame oil. I know a lot of people want a pinch of it because it can be really strong and overpowering, but it's one of my favorite flavors. I use more of it than most people. So to our ginger and sesame and cilantro mixture in our sauce pot, we're going to do a cup of vegetable broth. I'm no pro at editing, even still, since I've had this channel for like 6-7 months now. Still not the best editor in the world, and putting music on my videos is not something I do, so I always have iHeartRadio or like my own music playing in the background, and I don't know if you guys ever hear it on my videos, but I only listen to 90s music. Yeah, I'm dating myself a little bit there, but it's how it is. Okay, so we've got our broth in our pan, and I really want to let it kind of cook down a little bit. So I'm going to simmer the broth and all of our other ingredients together for 10 minutes, and then we'll come back together and see how our experiment is going. So while we're waiting on our sauce to simmer, let's go ahead and get our noodles going. Just going to cook them per instructions on the package. Pretty standard, let them boil for 8 minutes. I'm going to get these going while our sauce is going, and then I'll see you guys back in a minute. One note on the pasta, I always put a ton of salt in the water and always oil. I'm excited because I'm eating pasta again, but I don't want to go crazy off the carb deep end because I have been on keto, but you can't stay on keto your whole life, so I'm no longer keto, but I am trying to remain low carb, and the carbs that I am doing, I want them to be healthy carbs. That's why we're going with the chickpea pasta versus a regular pasta. So it definitely has carbs in it, so it's not a keto pasta like that miracle noodle we tried. Shout out to my other video, which I'll link. So those were my little tips for the pasta. Lots of salt in the water and some oil. Just gonna get these little buggers cooked. Also, chickpea pasta, protein. Oh, it's upside down. Also, with the chickpea pasta, you're getting 27 grams of protein, and as a vegetarian, I try to pack as much protein into everything that I eat because protein is super important, and it's one thing that if you're not careful as a vegetarian or a vegan, you can struggle to get it. But if you're smart and you're watching what you're eating, it's super easy to get your protein. So, plus on the chickpea pasta for the protein. Okay, so our starter sauce has been simmering for 10 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and get some seasoning in there. Okay, so I wanna go ahead and I wanna do a tablespoon of our nutritional yeast. Going to do a tablespoon of our flaxseed. Going to do some granulated onion. Don't know any measurements, but we'll see. We'll call it a to taste seasoning, this sauce. This whole sauce is just going to be a to taste. So next, just some garlic powder, and then we're going to put in some teriyaki sauce. That was about half a cup of teriyaki sauce, so I have a measurement for that one. And then I want to salt and pepper it. I'm going to do a splash of soy, just light on the soy, because we're going to put miso in there, which is pretty salty. And then to taste the red pepper, so however much heat you want in your sauce. It is really important to taste your food, guys. How do you know it's delicious if you're not tasting as you're going? So I'm going to give our sauce a taste, see if we need anything. I think our experiment is working. That's really good. It would be an amazing stir-fry sauce, but I think it's going to be super good on our noodles too. I'm going to add a splash bit more sesame. Again, I'm a sesame freak, so if you've got enough from your first splash, stop with that. I'm going to add a half a cup more of vegetable, and a tablespoon of miso is our last ingredient. Here's the miso. So you just want to really make sure you get your miso well dissolved, and then we're going to let this sauce simmer for another 10 minutes, and we'll see how it turned out, guys. So I've been tasting our sauce, guys, and it's pretty darn good. It's super savory and so delicious. Like, I'm getting layers and layers of flavors from our sauce. I'm kind of proud of our experiment. But what I think you could use is a little hint of sweetness. So I'm going to put in just a pinch of brown sugar, and we'll see how that goes. So once we get our brown sugar in there, We're going to make sure that it gets dissolved. Then we're going to let that simmer for 3 minutes and come back and see how the consistency is of the sauce. Because if it's not at a spoon coating consistency, we're going to add some cornstarch so that it sticks to our pasta. So while our sauce is simmering away with the brown sugar addition, I'm going to go ahead and drain our noodles, keep them in that pot so that we can pour our sauce right on top and mix it up. Okay, so our sauce has been simmering. We have our noodles strained, so it's time to taste our sauce. See where it's at with the flavor. Whoa. If I do say so myself, it's really, really good. That brown sugar added just that hint of sweet we needed. So now we need to check the consistency because we wanted to really coat our pasta. So it should coat the spoon. It is actually pretty good. We might not have to add any cornstarch. Our sauce is at a really good consistency, so we're gonna go ahead and pour it onto our pasta. Okay guys, so for our last step, we're going to sprinkle in some sesame seeds and then mix it all up. And that's what our final product looks like. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye guys. My windows are open and there's someone standing right outside, and I'm pretty sure they think I'm nuts. Oh, so good, guys. I just stabbed myself.